Skitty! Yo, what up? It's your boy. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about addiction. When you first hear the word addiction, typically like everybody else, you think that's a bad thing. But what if I told you that that's actually a really good thing? What if I told you that if you have an addiction, you actually have a superpower? What if I told you that that's the best thing that could have ever happened to your life? You would probably think that I'm crazy, but hear me out. Anyone who has an addiction is typically the most successful people in the world. The difference is where you channel that addiction. So for me, I'll say this. I have an addiction. The addiction is to help people. The addiction is to be successful. The addiction is to figure out ways to run the money up, to run the bag up. I switched the addiction. So at one point in time, my younger days, I would say that I pretty much had a weed addiction. I used to love smoking weed. I used to love getting high before school, after school. That was just a thing that me and my buddies did. But I had a realization just one day where I was like, enough is enough. Like, I don't want to do this no more. And so I literally just stopped smoking, but still had the addictive tendency. So that turned into creating content. That turned into helping people. That turned into learning sales and other craft that can help the skills within my life. The same way that me and my buddies used to try to scrape up $5 a piece to go out and buy some weed and stay up all night and be smoking in the morning when we first wake up and all this other stuff. It's the same way that I am when it comes to learning a new skill. As you guys know, and I know I've said this in a couple videos, right now I'm studying to get my real estate license. I noticed the same addiction tendencies when it comes to that, which means that when I'm in my car and I'm riding around, all I'm doing is listening to Prep Agent. I'm listening to real estate videos that can help me understand so that I can get my license. I'm going to school in the next hour and I'm going to be learning more about real estate. When I go to sleep, I'm listening to it. When I'm driving, when I wake up, when I go to the gym, when I'm eating food, I'm pretty much channeling that addiction so that I can be the best agent, be the best broker, the best realtor, the best at what I'm going to do. Before then, as you guys may know or you may not know, I was in car sales. That turned into an addiction. I started investing into training. I started investing into getting better at my craft, learning not just about cars, but the human psychology of how to sell, who to sell to, how to open, how to do a amazing greeting, how to do a close, how to do a trial close. There's a lot of methods to it, but I would see myself pretty much obsessing over it. Now, these words sound negative, addiction, obsession, but it's for something positive. It's for something that can impact my life. It's for something that can make me more money. It's for something that can help me help other people so that I can serve them at the highest level. All you got to do is realize that you have something amazing, which is an addiction. The issue is people let their addiction that is something negative, like alcohol, like drugs, like corn, like whacking off. You let these things that are negative take over your life instead of turning them into something positive. Now, if you have an addictive personality, I'm just going to be honest with you. You don't even need to try anything that's negative, right? So you don't even need to try alcohol. You don't need to try any drugs. You don't need to try marijuana. You don't need to try these things because you may be addicted to it. You may not be able to stop. You may do it one time and now you find yourself doing it every day, every hour for the rest of your life. But if you really think about it, that's pretty awesome. That's actually a benefit that some other people don't have. Some people can smoke here and there. They can drink here and there. They can do certain things here and there, and they're not necessarily addicted to it. Now, another issue when it comes to addiction is that people have a issue admitting it. If you go back to the beginning of this video, even for me, I had a slight addiction admitting it, or not addiction, but I had an issue admitting it at one point. But when I realized I didn't go broke, like there's levels to it. I didn't go broke, spend all my money and feel like I couldn't sleep and things of that sort. But I remember I would try to stop, and then I would find myself smoking again. I would try to stop and find myself smoking again until I got to a point where I said enough is enough, and literally didn't deal with it at all. And now I feel like I'm at a point, if I wanted to, which I most likely won't, but if I wanted to, I could dabble into it and not have to smoke every single day and stuff like that. And this is just me just being transparent. Like I said, I know these ain't typical videos, but I just feel like there's so much more. And I really just want to share these things with you guys, whoever you are watching this, so you know that there's levels to life. There's levels to things we could talk about. You know, we could talk about dating, meeting women, approaching, stuff like that. All that is cool, but if you don't have that internal, if you don't have that mind, if you don't have certain things handled, then what good is knowing all of this stuff if you're not really as happy with yourself? Because at the end of the day, when you go to sleep at night, that's who you're going to sleep with, yourself. And when you wake up, look in the mirror, shower, all that stuff is just you. So just learn this. If you're somebody struggling with addiction, if you're someone struggling with a certain habit that you know is not positive, be happy. You are so lucky. Like I said in my last video, you don't have to have something traumatic happen for you to change. All you got to do is say, okay, I'm an addict, right? Like first step is to admit it. I'm an addict. I'm addicted to fill in the blank, which means I have an addictive tendency. If I can turn this addiction into being addicted to making money, if I can turn this addiction into being addicted to being the best salesperson, if I can turn this addiction into learning a skill like coding or anything, then I can make a positive impact on my life. All you gotta do is shift it to something else. And now you're like animal-like. You see people all the time. Some people are addicted to the gym and things of that sort. You literally become animal-like because you have that instinct. And I think that at a level, every human being has that instinct of obsession, addiction, and things of that sort. It's just a matter of where you channel it to. All right? Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I just had to make this real quick. Not the typical setup, but I had to put this out there just to let you know that it's actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Don't let the media fool you and thinking that you have an issue or a problem. All you gotta do is just channel it to something positive, and it can change your life. All right, I'm out.